Okay, so we talked about buying leads and being able to purchase leads. And the good thing about Lincoln Heritage is that they don't require you to pay your leads up front. Okay, you actually get those leads set up in your back office, and as you generate commissions and you're getting paid out, a portion of your commissions is utilized to pay down your lead balance. And again, those are things that you're going to get refreshed on at training class. Just remember, with these videos, they're not designed to give you everything. They're just designed to kind of recapture some of the moments that you may have missed in training class, so you can know what to go and brush back up on. But just kind of transitioning from purchasing leads, we have several other ways that you can generate leads for yourself by not only just buying them, but whenever you get your inventory started, how to maximize on your inventory. And so I'm just going to list here a few of the ways within our 7 steps that we utilize that you as an agent should be capitalizing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to be able to increase your lead flow. First of all, wherever somebody's breathing, within 3 feet of them, they are a prospect for what we do. Okay, we cover anybody 0 to 85, any health condition, no turn downs. So that means everybody qualifies for a Lincoln Heritage product policy. Okay, everybody qualifies for the Lincoln Heritage product, which makes us so unique, which makes us where we're not in competition with anybody else, which makes you able as a community ambassador to freely go out here in the community to explain this program to the community to how it can benefit. So let's talk about a few of these other ways that we can actually generate leads. So if you started with your 20 leads and you're building up your inventory, then you should also, out of those 20 leads, out of those 6 people that you actually wrote, remember, you buy 20 leads, 14 of them, you may not be able to write them right then that week, maybe not that month. They may not be interested, can't catch them home. They probably don't remember getting it. Whatever the reasons may be as far as why you didn't write the 14. But the 6 that you wrote is what's important, because out of those 6 leads, out of those 6 leads that you see and that you actually write, you should be getting at least 4 BECs. Okay, so basically that's the first way to generate more leads is BECs. Okay, and BEC stands for beneficiary, emergency, contacts. Okay, so beneficiary, emergency, contact are the BEC. So every lead that you write, you need to be getting 4 names and numbers, which is the first beneficiary and phone number, second beneficiary and phone number, which is the contingent, and 2 emergency contacts. And we actually call the beneficiaries and emergency contacts while we're in the home with the client, so we can go ahead and get the appointments right then and there, so we can go and explain the Lincoln Heritage process to the client's family members or whoever their beneficiary emergency contacts are. So that way we're not leaving that up to the client to be able to do that. And when you go to training class, or if you just left training class, then you know the reason why it's important for you to do the BECs. Also, basically, we want to make sure that we're asking for pastors' names, okay? So we can do church workshops. Workshops are a big hit within our agency. We have people who do several workshops a month, several workshops a week. A lot of pastors right now are experiencing a lot of loss in their ministries as far as members dying off, and they're coming back to the church asking for money because these people don't have insurance. And pastors need to know about what Lincoln Heritage can actually do. So anytime you're in a home and you're writing a policy, you always want to be asking the clients, what church do they attend? Are they a part of any small groups within their church or their ministries? If you see any churches as you're on your way to the routes, then stop and put sticky notes on some of the churches and getting the calls back, and just letting the pastors or whoever it calls say, hey, we have a program that we can introduce to your congregation that can really help them to be able to get some free information out to your congregation about a program that can really help them, and for the pastor to be able to want to listen to that so it can be able to help his members of his congregation. A lot of pastors are very open to that because we represent community. Dealing with the 55 and up senior apartment communities. So, you know, a lot of 55 and up seniors now live in these independent senior apartment communities where they're looking for people to come in and notice the key word that I'm going to use here. It's sponsor events into their community rooms. If they have bingo going on, if they just have socials that they're doing, always stop by and talk to the director or the person that's in charge of organizing the events for these senior apartments, because they are always looking for people to come in and sponsor, meaning that sponsor means that you're bringing something to the table. You're looking to give before you get. That's one of the key things about trying to develop a workshop, even with churches. You're looking to give before you get. We're not looking to go into churches. We're not looking to go into these apartment communities that day and just use it as an opportunity to write as many apps as we can that day. We're there to simply educate, and if the opportunity presents itself to write apps, then we will take that opportunity. But the first thing and item of agenda is to get in there and educate, to be a community ambassador, to be able to do that. We basically have networking with other agents. So other insurance agents out there like the Prime Americas, the State Farms, the Allstates, the Farm Bureaus, Nationwides, all these different agencies out there where they're not able to cover people with HIV, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, with all these different things that most people deal with. You walk into there, you introduce yourself, not asking for you to see what you can get from them, but see how you can be of service to them. Say, hey, you know, I'm working in the community. I notice that a lot of my clients, I don't do property and casualty. I don't do larger lines of insurance, but I know a lot of my clients could have a need for that. I'm always trying to find ways to save them money. Do you mind if I get a couple of your business cards? Take about 5 or 6 of their business cards and say, hey, I want to give these to some of my clients in the area. So now you're basically putting their name out there in the community. You're assisting them in a way because you're getting their name out there. They will be gladly to give you the cards. And then as a sidebar, you say, hey, if you ever get any denials, you know, we cover anybody 0 to 85, any health condition, no turn downs. So if you ever get anybody that you can't cover, would you mind giving me a call? Let me know and see what I can do to be able to help them. Naturally, they probably get somebody at least once or twice a week that they can't cover, that they get denied. So that way it opens up the door in the relationship for you to be able to kind of network with other agents, get 4 or 5 different agents in different areas to be on your team doing that. Then you'll be able to have another source of leads coming in as well. We talk about the 3-foot rule. 3-foot rule is that anybody that's in 3 feet of you, you want to make sure that you're talking to them. You're explaining to them basically. Well, let's get it right here. It's the 3 feet rule. Okay, you want to basically make sure that you're talking to them and you're explaining to them exactly who you are. You can't be a secret agent. That's why it's always important for you to be wearing your Lincoln Heritage shirt. That's why it's always important for you to be able to be identified out in the field, because if somebody sees your shirt, if somebody says, hey, what do you do for, you know, what do you cover? Do you cover anybody? I need insurance. You need to be ready at all times to have cards and be able to have something to present to them within 30 seconds so you can get a name and a number to follow that up with an appointment. Just being out in the neighborhood doing community enrollments. Okay, so community enrollments, that's a part of our process. Okay, we do the community enrollments, the neighborhood process. So we talk about doing those things. We talk about several other ways that we can actually generate and do leads as far as networking with support groups, diabetes, cancer, HIV. All of these different support groups that are out there, 55 and up social clubs. There's a ton of places that we can actually generate other leads. Only thing you have to do is be willing and be open to open yourself up to just not staying in the same boxes and doing business as usual, and business will be all around you. So again, your manager can touch base with you about other ways to be able to do that, but we always want to make sure that if you're sitting around trying to figure out, I don't have anybody to see how many of these in the last month that you've done within the 7 steps to be able to create some momentum for yourself outside of just leads alone. So hopefully this helps, and we look forward to maybe providing some additional information for you later on in some of the other training videos.